What's the organizational glue that keeps all this together? We're going to need different people for different roles. You'll need trackers, you'll need researchers, coordinators, recorders, a media contact, and the all-important volunteers. So first, tracking. You need someone to figure out where they're going to be, when, and why. Identify who your local members of Congress are and make sure that their contact information is available to everybody. Sign up for and monitor their emails, their newsletters, their website, their invites, everything. Track them with a Google News alert. You can set one up so that anytime they appear in any news that Google scans, which is pretty much everything, you'll get an email about it. Then maintain a shared tracking calendar. Keep a central calendar that all your group's members can access that identifies where the member of Congress is going to be and when they're going to be there. This is a central piece of infrastructure for the rest of the group. Next, you need people who will handle the research to write pointed, fact-based questions backed by solid information. Sign up and monitor their emails, their website, their newsletters, all the information you can get about your members of Congress. Research their positions on specific issues. For their voting history, go to VoteSmart. To track contributions and donations and things of that sort, as well as lobbyist contact, check out opensecrets.org. Then use all of this to write pointed, well-researched questions that anybody in your group can ask. And then take those questions and distribute them through the tracking calendar that your trackers have set up. Edit the event-specific events and put the questions and links to the research directly in the calendar so any of your members have access to it when they go to that event. Next, you'll need people to do the coordination and the recording of your events. Have someone who will maintain your volunteer list or group page. These people need to plan the specific events that volunteers will show up for and handle the invites. At the event, somebody should coordinate the volunteers who are there, including who is going to ask which question, and ideally in which order, so that each can follow up on the prior question. You'll want to ensure that one or more of your volunteers video or at least audio record each event. And keep it fun, or at least interesting for everybody. You'll also need a media contact, possibly just one, because relationships are important. This person needs to identify the reporters who regularly cover your member of Congress. Use Google News to find their articles and find who wrote those articles. Seek those people out. Build relationships. Anytime your group is going to be attending, questioning, or protesting, inform these people. Let them know. Send them background material, including the questions that you plan to ask and any related research that you have. Help them write good articles. Send them personal quotes explaining your protest, specifically rooted in the stories of the people who are most affected by whatever this member of Congress is about to do, or perhaps has done already. Video record your protest and make sure the reporters know that you have the video and you're willing to share it. Get the full story told every time. Last, you need volunteers, because this is what democracy looks like. Everybody who feels ready to help stop Trump is welcome. No one is more important than anybody else. This movement is about all of us showing up, each of us doing all that we can. Now, we have to have a word here about safety, because minorities may be singled out for harsher treatment. Be aware of who's at greater risk in your group. Make sure that nobody takes a role that they find uncomfortable, especially during protests and more assertive questioning. And make sure that people who have more wealth and privilege are asked to use it to help everybody. You might also consider using your state-specific version of the ACLU Mobile Justice app to capture video in tense situations and ensure that it's preserved. Last, open your heart. It's a powerful tool. What we see and respond to in others is what they're likely to keep expressing. It's a feedback loop. If we demonize people, we're just creating demons. If you publicly shame somebody, Their pride is going to keep them from changing their view. When we find and share our common hopes, will we make space for everybody to act on their best intentions? It's our humanity that's going to save us here. Starting with the next lesson, we're going to look at 4 specific ways that your group can exert pressure on your members of Congress.